Alaska. Beautiful day. Here's our airplane here. What was that?
Autofocus. No, go ahead.
Oh.
Continue your...
Here's what we just flew in on. We'll walk you around this way, get the sunny side up. Brought...
By the way, could you tell us who you are?
Yeah, Mark Wiegle.
And what have we been doing today?
We've been banging around the state of Alaska, hauling crews, and we've just hauled a crew from all the way over the west side of the state to the east side of the state, and this 22 Charlie. And we got them here now. All we got to do is get home and go to bed.
Standing left. Tell us what we're going to do. We're going to walk down here and look.
We're going to walk down here and look at these Canadian water bombers. On our left here we got, I guess, a DC-6.
DC-7.
How can you tell the difference? I don't know.
Four-bladed prop.
What's the 6 have? Just 3? It belongs to Hawkins and Powers, probably.
D&G.
D&G. What does that stand for?
I don't know. Delaware, got to get in it, so. Keep talking, Mark. You got the mic.
And here's the staging area bosses over here to the right. And the Tanacross Tower, elevation 1549. Yeah, that'd be slick. I'll tell you about what that airplane had in it that followed us out in Canada. He had a mount that went around the dashboard, and he had a plug that plugged right into the thing, and you could hear all the radio conversations, transmissions.
You can do that with this thing too, if you do it right.
Really?
Inside your headset, see?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that thing in your pocket.
That'd be easy to do.
I've done that before. That's pretty good. Well, Collins must be back down here. Somebody.
Yeah? God, look at the oil coming out of those engines. Did you climb up in it the other day? The top is completely open. There's nothing up there. A couple bits. How y'all doing? Think of it. Coming up next to PB4Y. That belongs to Hawkins and Powers. Navy version of the B20 what?
B-24 when
B-24. I hope you had that off.
ABC News, huh?
I hope you had that off when you belched into the microphone.
They can't hear me, they can hear you.
Oh. So this one negates the one that's on top of the camera?
That's right. Tanker at 126. Get out there in front where I can film something. Oh.
That's it. It's a sweet looking thing, isn't it?
What kind of engine does this thing have, Mark?
Oh, I think it's got 4830s or 6820s or something.
What?
3820s?
2600, I think.
2600s. Hi. Here we go. What kind of engines does it have?
This one, I don't know what these are. They are bigger than the normal one. Those are 2800s and that one. I don't know what you want. What are they, 1800s or someone else? I don't know.
Neat to see these old warlords are still going.
The pilot was saying there's only 6 of these left flying, and they're all tankers.
All H&P, right?
Or, I'm not sure.
I think HP has most of them.
Probably, yeah.
I know he's got...
Does he have any 26s?
Yeah, at least 4. What?
Does he have any 26s?
No, I don't think so. Got the 97s, 4Ys, Herc. Had those 119s for a long time. Get rid of all of them.
Well, let's go down and look at the star attraction here.
Colorful ones?
The colorful ones. This is the Road Warrior. Ted Smith's Pride and Joy. That's the Aerostar 600 Alpha. Sleek. And these are the CL-215s, Canadian water bombers. Right. I don't remember. Remember we were. You want to take the camera inside before you lock it up? How many gallons does it hold again?
Well, it's 1,200 imperial, so it's, I think it's around 1,400.
1,400, huh? Here, Ron, stick this on you while you're up there.
Sure.
Mark?
Okay. NBC News.
Not necessarily the news. NTN. And NTN.
So the tanks there, they're at least that big, if not bigger, down below. And they're 700 gallons US each, more or less. And then that foam tank in the back is, the gray one, is about 180 US gallons worth of foam, which is good for about 30 drops. And normally we run out of foam before we run out of, or we usually run out of fuel before we run out of foam.
Yeah, they were saying
in most
that
cases,
you get
depending
about
on
30 drops or something with that.
That's right, yeah. It depends on how close you are to the fire, what sort of turnaround times you've got. We can get as little as 3.5 minute turnaround if you know, if it works out that the lake's here and it's a nice windy day and the fire's right beside it, and then we're just doing circuits.
I used to be a jumper and I worked with Catalina a lot.
Yeah.
And it could really make your day when you got a lake close by, I'll tell you.
Yeah, yeah.
Is this just a venting system up the top so that it fills quicker, it vents the fuel?
Yeah, these are vents for overflow. If we fill up and don't select the probe up, you'll get just water rushing out of there. You can, if you're flying beside the guy as he's picking up, there's just water gushing out on either side. And also it's a vent for when they drop the open the doors, the air displaces
like
the
we were
water,
seeing the PBY scooping and the same thing, they get the same kind of a deal, the water squirting out the side like crazy.
Well, with the PBY there was no, we've got little gauges that are nice, whereas on the PBY there was just at least the one I flew had a little window, but it wasn't, most of the time it was hard to tell because you get a lot of bubbles before you get water, and lots of times you'd end up
Or just foaming out.
Or you get them too full. And they, oh yeah, okay, she's gushing out the side with, it's a full load. Let's go. The PBY was about 900 gallons.
This is a beautiful airplane.
Speaking of that mic, I don't think it's working.
Can you hear me? There we go.
Close to your mouth. Come on, Mark, get up front, get a cockpit. Business.
I don't know any of those things. It is a Canadian product though, huh?
Yeah, it's built by Canadair in Montreal.
Where are ours built? Toronto?
De Havilland's based out of Toronto and Canadair's in Montreal.
Okay. Here, Ron, I got it close to you.
They're now $8.5 million a copy, supposedly.
Good Lord.
And they originally started out, the original batch of them made about 25 years ago, I think went for $500,000 a copy. But they tried to build them cheap, and well, basically they took a stock wing and then they figured, well, what are we going to stick on this wing? We go, well, there's lots of R2800s around, all right, we'll use those, and we need a nacelle for it. Okay, we'll use the A26 or B26 now, we'll use that nacelle, and they just sort of hodgepodge the plane together.
That's quite an airplane, man.
Yeah.
Did y'all use it much today?
Didn't go out at all today.
Huh. And that fire's just burning away down there.
Well, there are, you know, if it gets too big, there's no point, so.
Yeah.
I think it's that fire, gotten to the point where they're probably better off. Well, they can't really do much anyway. Just wait for the rain to show up.
Yeah.
Once they get to a certain point, that's about all I'd ever. And then let them get. Once they get juiced a little bit, then you got a chance to go out and do something.
That's right.
Otherwise, fishing in the wind, spending a lot of money for nothing.
It looked like we were flying around the east end of the hills there, right over the Indian village. And they complained that someone phoned and complained that we were flying too close to the village.
Trying to save the village and they complain, huh?
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Anyway, it looks like you might have a successful backfire if you started right at the base of the hill and started from there, because there's lots of, there's a river there and it's sort of swampy ground, and that looked like the place to try and stop it. But there was still a lot of green timber between there and the fire's edge, but it's all going to be gone for sure, I think.
Now, Mark, what are you seeing there? Anything?
Oh, lots of instruments, that's for sure. There's no ITT in here. Or NG.
Well, I wonder why.
Jeez.
What cylinder head temp?
Yeah, we got those. We've got oil pressure, way up on the oil pressure. Well, not really. 110 max. I guess what is that in kilograms maybe? Or is that PSI?
No, that's regular
PSI?
PSI, yeah.
Carb air temps.
The only thing that's really different would be we use Celsius versus Fahrenheit.
Okay.
But we're still using PSI and
Celsius for what? For what exactly?
temperature. Well, all the
Engine temperatures?
Yeah.
So what do we use? Those are all marked in Fahrenheit?
Fahrenheit.
Imagine.
Oh, no. Ours are Celsius. That's
They
right,
are.
because our oil temps run 85, so it's got to be Celsius.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
That's what I thought too.
What is the one thing? Is that the BMEP or?
Yeah. Brake manifold effective pressure.
Oh, so like a manifold pressure gauge.
Well, no, actually, what it does is mean effective pressure, and it's a setup that tells you the amount of pressure on the blade.
Oh, really?
So that as you change your pitch, you're changing your BMEP, and also when you throttle back, the BMEP goes down.
And there's no limitations on it. It's just a gauge, just
no,
like
there is 212 BMEP is the limit on takeoff.
Oh,
Not that
that's
we ever
measured
get
in
that, but
pounds per square inch. Okay. Jeez, that's a lot of blade loading.
well, it's not necessarily a direct
Uh-huh.
relationship to how much is on. Well, it's in a direct relationship, but the numbers don't
Not
necessarily
accurate,
mean
yeah.
anything.
This is really nice. Well, we know you want to lock it up.
Probably gotta go.
Where have y'all been staying? Tenton?
No,
Te-
we've been staying at Toke.
You got a room over there?
Yeah, every night we get a different hotel.
Oh, great. The Westmark there?
Well, tonight we're at the Westmark. We've been. I don't think there's a hotel.
Did Toke Lodge burn down? Across from the Westmark?
Hey,
Hey, thanks for the tour.
no problem. Well, the only other interesting thing aside from the doors is the phone here.
Yeah. Can't believe that thing is
Do it, eh?
10 seconds, huh?
Go ahead and tell them what that does, Mark.
That little piece right here will scoop and fill this 700-gallon tank in approximately 10 seconds. This little scoop right there.
Just stick that down in the water when they're up on the step.
80 knots or something.
Of course, the door hanging down there, so it opens up and they drop. This thing has been pretty good picking up voices quite a ways away.
Good.
Laundry night.
Yeah. Been saying that for a week. I still haven't got to it.
Look at the size of this tail on this baby.
You like those big tails, Ron? Those must be foam barrels there. Or what do you call it? Yeah, foam. Is this your all's own lead plane here?
Right?
Does this plane act as a lead plane for the water bombers?
Yeah.
Do you also follow lead to the Aero Commanders?
I'm not sure what the air. We don't have anything to do with them.
Okay, okay. Because, yeah, he'll fly lead a lot of times for our bomber, or for the HP bombers. Okay, well, we'll see you. We'll probably see you tomorrow.
Okay. Hopefully you see us in action.
Yeah, I'd like to.
We probably never get a chance to do that. Will they?
We're hauling the crews. We're hauling the... Yeah. I'm going to stop and see if they've got a soft drink.
Hey?
Or I want to have a soft drink. So. REC is what I'm looking for, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're recording.
Well, all that before takeoff stuff never got on film. Thanks to this dopey photographer. I better quit picking on you.
This mechanical wizard.
Yeah.
Okay, here we are pulling up to the runway for departure. We're going to be departing into the sun, so it's going to be a little tough taking pictures.
We'll make a right turnout or circle, and you can maybe pan over there to where the fire is. Maybe we'll even, we don't have enough time. No traffic coming there?
You look clear to the right, and I'm going to set the camera up right here.
Yeah.
I better not for, I'm going to turn it off here.
Oh,
I'll turn
that's what I got the damn thing for, so we can film. I can get everything if you're worried about that.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Tally-ho.
Okay, your temps and pressures are all in the green. The torques are coming up. And your airspeed's alive and cross-checked. You've got 55, 60, V1. How about if records flashing?
Probably means it's running out of battery or something already. It shouldn't be, but it might. Or maybe you're out of tape. I have it on standard play, so it could be running out of tape. There's the fire off in the distance there.
Yep, there's our big fire out there. It's well takes the foreground, smoke in the background alongside the mountains there.
And we're going to pull a right turn and head for Fairbanks because we're running out of time. We don't have much time to go. Okay, I'm going to talk to these guys here. Tanacross, somebody on 122.8.